Very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Southeast High in Southwest Wichita, 127th Street, where tonight the Golden Buffaloes will entertain your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies in Southeast High's senior night and the final game of the regular season for both teams. Grizzlies come into tonight's contest having lost a bunch in a row and wanting to snap a streak. They're 5-14 coming into tonight as they try to win their sixth game. The game, as you'll hear Brian Chadwick talk about, the game does not do a lot for their seeding either way in the playoffs, which begin next Wednesday. We anticipate a trip to Derby High School to take on the Panthers next Wednesday in the first round of the 6A sub-state playoffs. But we've got some work to do here tonight. We've got a different starting lineup for the Grizzlies tonight due to a couple of injuries and other factors. We'll talk to you about that after we come back from the coach. I'm joined tonight, as always, by our executive producers, Andrew Fisher and Greg Darnell. Kylon Smith is our statistician tonight. We appreciate his hard work here tonight as we bring you the sights and sounds of this one. We'll tell you, since I mentioned the playoffs next week, next Wednesday's game is scheduled to be webcast unless they play it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If they play it at a reasonable hour, which we expect they will, we're planning on getting down to Derby or wherever we're going next week to webcast that game. The exact start time of our webcast next Wednesday will be posted on the Facebook page, and you'll know exactly at what point we'll come on the air next Wednesday. But we've got some business to take care of here tonight with these very potent Southeast Golden Buffaloes, and even without Israel Barnes, their superstar, who is already committed to go to Weber State. He's out with an injury. He's wearing a boot tonight, will not play for Southeast. Sincere Bowen is out for the Grizzlies tonight. He is down with the bug, and also down with the bug and not playing tonight is, and I forgot now, gosh, I wish I'd have written it down. Pardon me, I wish I'd have written it down because I've forgotten who the other player. We have two players out tonight, sick with the flu. Coach Chadwick is fighting the flu as well and has been all day. His interview will be, we actually recorded it here in the building into my phone before the teams came out to warm up. So it'll be an audio-only interview presentation. We're going to go to that right now, so stay with us. Nope, you're not doing anything, Greg. You're good. You wait. We're not doing anything. We're doing this a little out of sequence. Stand by. We're going to switch it right now to head coach Brian Chadwick. We'll see you in about 5.
Hey, man, you got out for football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
This is the Northwest Grizzlies basketball pregame show. A look at past contests and a preview of today's game with head boys basketball coach Brian Chadwick. And now, here's the coach.
And our countdown to tip-off continues. We're now joined by head coach Brian Chadwick. Coach, I know this doesn't apply to you, but this is my first time in this gym. And the acoustics in here are a little different than ours.
Oh, yes, it is. It gets really loud in here. But, hey, we're 1-0 in this gym, so we kind of like it here.
Last game of the season. What effect does this game have, if any, on your position as far as the playoff standings are concerned?
None at all for the playoffs. We're pretty locked into the 14th seed. It may affect Derby and all the rest of them later, but for us, I think we're playing Derby, so we kind of know that.
And you're projecting the game, if I'm projecting it right, the game against Derby would be at Derby on Wednesday?
Yes, sir. Just don't know the time yet.
No, more likely than not, it'll be 6 o'clock. So in order to make it as inconvenient as possible for all of us.
So true, so true.
Although they might make it later because of the late start times or the late ending time of the school day this year. Maybe that'll...
Yeah, but that only affects us. Derby is at a normal time, so...
And my understanding is Keisha schedules all those games to start at the same time.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They do.
So there's no scoreboard watching, or we got to do this in order to play them, or whatever. So
yes, they do.
Either way, we got to win Wednesday night.
Yes, we need to win, and then we move on to the next round, and that's our goal.
Got a tough one here tonight. Southeast has already taken us once at home. But they're not undefeated. They're certainly beatable.
Yeah, they're beatable. So, hey, we just got to play. They're probably missing their best player. I think Barnes is out with a high ankle sprain. I think he's done for the year, but they still have a lot of great players. We just got to come out and play.
Let's talk a little bit. We didn't get a chance to talk Tuesday with our schedules being what they were, and I know you're not 100%, but let's talk a little bit about senior night. Senior night at home on Tuesday night. The last time some of those guys are going to see that floor in a uniform ever.
Yeah, we had really good efforts in the first half. We just made some silly mistakes that kind of cost us in the game, and we have to learn from that. And I wish they would have finished a little bit better on senior night, but, that was a 4-point game, and we had our chances.
We had plenty of chances, and quite frankly, I thought we played even with North throughout the entire game.
Yes, I was proud of our effort, but like I said, the silly mistakes, which we have to get over someday, Kevin, and we just got to keep playing.
I did notice two things. One, got to talk about Jalen Smith's first half.
Jalen Smith had a great first half, but it was marred by the technical at the end of the first half, and that's something that he should know as a senior, that you just can't do those things.
And then the other thing I noticed, and I think this really bodes well for the future, which is why I'm bringing this up. I believe it was the start of the fourth quarter when I noticed this, but you started the fourth quarter with 3 freshmen on the floor.
Yes, I did. I'm not afraid to play them anymore. They have to play. They're going to work hard, and as we talked about before, those are the kids that are working the hardest in our gym sometimes, and we have to reward the ones that are doing the right thing in the classroom and on the court.
And not only that, these guys, this is the future of your program, and what a way to get indoctrinated and get seasoned, if you will, by getting them game time in a game of import at home.
So true, Kevin. And we played some of those kids against Heights. And the coaching staff has been telling me, hey, if they can play against Heights, they can play against anybody. So we're trying to throw them out in the fire a little bit. We may see some of that today also.
And they did well out there. The fact that they were freshmen really is irrelevant. All 3 of those guys played well when they were in there together. And you think in terms of 2018-19, they'll be sophomores, they'll be more mature, and they're going to be the backbone of this program.
That's what we're shooting for, Kevin, and we have to make sure they get in the weight room, and they have to make sure they keep playing in the summer and just keep growing. And I think that's the biggest key, just keep growing, and I think those kids really want to work. So that's a positive for the program.
Other than Joey Duncan, who we know is out because of this injury, anybody else hurt for tonight?
Easton Ruffin is sick, and Sincere Bowen was sick, so he won't play tonight either. He's here as just a spectator, but we have some sickness going around. As I talked
Don't you know?
I know too. I think I've been telling my wife I've been sick for at least a month, and I think it's starting to finally hit me.
And it's not just Northwest. The flu bug and all that has been so horrible this winter. Your team has been particularly hit hard during the season.
Oh, yes. This is harder than we've ever been hit. So we just got to fight through it and then hope other players step up and make plays for us.
You're going to find out here in just a few minutes as we tip off against the Golden Buffaloes. We wish you the best of luck tonight and look forward to a visit before the Derby game, if that's where we end up going on Wednesday.
Hey, thank you so much, Kevin. Really appreciate it.
Head coach Brian Chadwick with us on the countdown to tip-off. Stay with us now after this brief timeout for the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's game at Wichita Southeast. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies basketball is on the air. Follow your Grizzlies basketball squad on the World Wide Web as they set out in pursuit of another 6A state title. And now, let's go courtside to your host, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you, Todd Taylor. A pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to Wichita Southeast High School for Northwest Grizzlies Varsity's boys basketball. Tonight, the Grizzlies taking on the Buffaloes in their own ball yard in what is the final game of the regular season for both teams. In fact, all City League games tonight are the final games. The seeding process will begin on Saturday for the playoffs, which will start next Wednesday, we believe. We're going to turn it over to the PA announcer for the singing of our national anthem.
By the Southeast JROTC Color Guard, and the singing of our national anthem by Southeast seniors Sierra Shirley and Jalen Paredes. Our Color Guard members are as follows: right guard, Mia Delator; state flag, Lily Fry; carrying our national flag, Xander Shaw; commanding the color guard is Daniel Turner, and left guard is Nija Degwa.
The national anthem performed here at Southeast High. We're getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups for both teams. We will give them to you as they are presented by the PA announcer. And I'm saying that, and I can't find our copy. Not a good thing. That's all right. I know who they are anyway. And they will start with they'll start with the Grizzlies, and starting for the Grizzlies, number 1, a 6-foot senior, Jalen Smith, who had an awesome first half on Tuesday night in his final home game of his career.
6'1" senior, number 1, Jalen Smith.
There he goes. Jalen Smith, his counterpart, Leading it off for Southeast, number 3, a 5'9" senior, Mark Carter.
5'9" senior, number 3, Mark Carter.
Next up for the Grizzlies, making his first ever varsity start, a freshman, 5'9", number 3, Blake Chadwick. And he will be countered by 5'11" senior, number 21 for Southeast, Therese Davis.
5'11" senior, number 21, Therese Davis.
And for your Grizzlies, a 5'10" senior guard, number 4, Cam Thompson.
5'10" senior, number 4, Cam Thompson.
The Buffaloes, number 22, a 6'4" sophomore, is Sean Warrior.
Starting for the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies, a junior, 6'1", wearing number 23, Brees Hall. And for the Buffaloes, number 23, Micah Jakes. A 6'1" sophomore, and it's JQ. I apologize. I picked that up from the PA announcer. And finally, for the Grizzlies, starting and making his first start, number 32, Braden Verbeck. Verbeck will be countered by number 45, Tariq Atkins, a 6'3" senior. So for the Buffaloes, it's number 3, Carter, 21, Davis, 22, Warrior, 23, JQ. I may end up calling him Jakes all night. And Tariq Atkins, number 45. And for the Grizzlies, we have Smith, Chadwick, Thompson, Hall, and Verbeck starting for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies will be playing from near to far in the first half tonight. They're in their road blues with white numerals and gold trim. Southeast in their home whites with black trim and black numerals. Jumping for the Grizzlies will be Cam Thompson, number 4. And Warrior will do the honors for Southeast, and we're underway. Southeast wins the opening tip, and quickly a 3, and it's good. Mark Carter gives Southeast a 3-point lead 5 seconds into the game. Chadwick brings it up now for the Grizzlies. Looking for help, and he gets it from Jalen Smith. Southeast packs in the defense inside the arc, and now Chadwick puts up a 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound there by Jakes, and here comes Southeast back. Davis has it, now back to Jakes. Around the horn it goes. There's another three-pointer, this time by Micah Jakes. It's a 6-0 game early, 1 minute in, and Brees Hall will bring the ball up now for the Grizzlies. Cross to Chadwick. Blake looking for help, gets it back to Hall. Grizzlies content to take their time here. Hall drives the basket, puts it up. It's blocked by Jakes, out of bounds. It will stay with the Grizzlies. 1 minute and a half into the game, Grizzlies down by 6 on 2 3-pointers by the Buffs. Shot short, rebounded by Atkins, knocked out of play by Chadwick. It'll stay with the Buffaloes. And he will inbound. Carter will bring it up. Mark Carter dishes it off, gets it back. Around the horn it goes again. Micah Jakes dishes it to Carter. Carter into the paint, puts it up for two. It's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Thompson. Here comes Jalen Smith with it. Smith was on fire in the first half Tuesday night. Had 22 points, I believe. The total was 22 in the first half on Tuesday. Ended up with 27 for the game. Drives the basket, puts it up. Oh, nice drive by Brees Hall on the alley-oop. They couldn't make it go. And now a dunk by Warrior makes it 8-0 Southeast. Here comes Verbeck with it. To Smith. Grizzlies in a hole early. These guys played their hearts out on Tuesday night. If you haven't watched the game, go back and watch it on the podcast, because they were awesome. That three-pointer is short. Micah Jakes gets it for two. It's 10-0, and Coach Chadwick is going to call a timeout here. We're going to go ahead and take one with him. Stay with us. We'll be back. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Back after the timeout, Grizzlies down by 10. It's 10-0. 3 minutes into the game. Grizzlies will own the basketball when they resume play here, and we have a timeout. There was some debris on the court. Now we're back underway. Chadwick over to Thompson. Thompson brings it across the timeline to Brees Hall. Over to Verbeck. He's going to drive, sends it across. Smith thought about a three, decides to go to the hole instead. Puts it up, blocked, and can't get the rebound. It goes to Warrior, and here comes Southeast back. Carter lays it in for two. Grizzlies down by a dozen. They try a long one to Brees Hall. It's knocked out of play by Tariq Atkins. And Atkins will, or the Grizzlies rather, will keep possession. Couple of changes. Blake Chadwick will come out. Into the game is Lincoln Phillips, number 20, and Jordan Trotter, number 15. And also coming out is, they're pointing, it's Jalen Smith is going to take a breather. He played the entire first half on Tuesday night. In fact, I think he played the entire first three quarters before they finally gave him a rest. So he gets one a little earlier this time. Brees Hall puts it up. The ball is short, but he's fouled on the way up, and the first foul of the game is charged to the Buffaloes. It's on Sean Warrior. Brees Hall will go to the line and shoot a pair, and he misses the first. Second shot coming is good. The Schneider is off the board, 12-1. Grizzlies trail by 11. Carter brings it up for the Buffaloes. Jakes has it, and he puts up a three off the heel, no good. Brees Hall gets the rebound. He's uncontested to the basket and lays it in. 3 points for Hall. He's got them all for us. And here comes Southeast back, Warrior to Carter. Carter will set the offense here for the Buffaloes. Buffaloes currently in second place in the City League. There's an interception by Hall, and he dunks it. The Northwest crowd comes to life after the dunk. He's also fouled in the process. He's going to go to the line and shoot one. Fouls on Therese Davis. Second team foul for the Buffaloes. Brees Hall at the line to shoot one now. And it's off the heel, no good. Rebounded there by Atkins. Here comes Southeast back. Carter will bring it back up the floor. 12-5. Grizzlies trail by 7. And Jakes gets a 3. That's his second 3. He's got 8 points total. Warrior charged with a foul. That's his second. He'll come out. 3 team fouls on Southeast now. Thompson will inbound. He throws a long one for Smith, and it goes into the next county. It'll turn over to Southeast. Now what are they calling? They're going to because it was never touched, they're going to bring it all the way down here. Roan Smith into the game for the Buffaloes, number 14. He inbounded the ball and has it at the moment. Dishes it off. Into the corner. Carter has it underneath to Jakes. Back to Carter. He thought about a 3, didn't do it. Now he's going to take one. And it rattles and falls, and that's the way it's been going. Carter has, he has 8 points, including 2 3-point bombs, and it's 18-5. Biggest lead of the game so far. Jalen Smith gets on the board for the Grizzlies. Gets us back down by 11. Jakes off the glass is good. 20-7. There's a long one for Trotter. Trotter lays it up off the glass. Partially blocked, doesn't go. Carter across the way. Micah gets another one. And another timeout being taken by the Grizzlies. It'll be a 60-second timeout. We'll talk about it when we get back. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
And back with you, 23-7, the Grizzlies trail here. 2:32 remaining in the first quarter. And it has been, so far, it has been the Michael Jake show, and I don't care how you pronounce his last name. He has stolen the show. He's got 13 of the Buffalo's 23 points. They've got to find a way to stop that young man, and that includes, folks, 3 for 4 on 3-point attempts. We're going to reset our offense, our team on the floor. Here's a long one for Brees Hall, and he'll lay it in, and it's good. Along with Hall, we have Jalen Smith, Blake Chadwick, Lincoln Phillips, and Kamarian Thompson. And that's your 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies. Carter with the ball for Southeast, puts one up off the heel, no good, rebounded by Hall. Chadwick has it now. He'll try and split 2 players, almost had it stolen. Lincoln Phillips. Thompson puts it up, no good. And a rebound that time by Therese Davis. Here comes Southeast back, and a foul and a grimace by Coach Brian Chadwick. It happened right in front of him. Kamarian Thompson got him. Micah's got it again. Around the horn it goes. There's Davis with it. Therese Davis in the corner. He walked with it. Yes, he did. It'll turn over to Northwest on the travel. Thompson will inbound it. And he gets it to Blake Chadwick. Chadwick splits 2 guys. Nope, lost the ball. Atkins has it. Lays it in for Southeast, and those are the kind of mistakes that Coach Chadwick was talking about we have to avoid if we're going to be successful. Brees Hall across the way. Jalen Smith with it. Back to Hall. He drives, sends it to Chadwick. Chadwick along the baseline now sends it back out to Hall. Hall almost stepped out of bounds, but no problem. Now into Thompson. He goes up, can't get it to fall, but he's fouled on the way up, and he'll shoot two.
The foul is called on number 3, Mark Carter.
Fouls on Carter, number 3. That's his fourth team foul for the Buffaloes here in the first quarter. Grizzlies only have one. First one is good by Thompson. Verbeck comes back in. Thompson with it. And he can't make the second one go. 25-10, Grizzlies down by 15. .40 seconds to go now. And it looks like Southeast may play for one shot. Micah puts up another one. He missed this one. The guy is human. And a rebound by Hall. 22 to go. Grizzlies have a chance to get some points here. Shot is blocked on the way up. Here comes the Buffaloes back with it. And Brees Hall blocks the shot. Grizzlies get it back. Smith for 3 off the heel. No good. Atkins now against Hall. Puts it up. No good, and that's the way we'll go. Boy, that was some end-to-end action there to end the first quarter. 25-10, Grizzlies trail. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Back at Southeast High, Kevin Arkin, Andrew Fisher, Greg Darnell, and Kylon Smith with you. Bringing you the sights and sounds of the final game of the regular season for both of these teams. Grizzlies trailing by 15. And Grizzlies will inbound the basketball to begin the second quarter. Verbeck has it. The freshman got his first start here tonight along with Blake Chadwick getting his first varsity start. Zion Jones in the game now, and he traveled with it. I jinxed you, and I'm sorry there, Mr. Jones. So we've got Smith and Jones, no alias, Lincoln Phillips, Braden Verbeck, and Brees Hall, and that's your 5 on the floor to start the second quarter for Northwest. Around the horn it goes with Southeast. Leading scorer in the game in that first quarter was Micah Jakes, who had 13. There's a miss and a rebound by the Grizzlies. Jalen Smith puts it up. It's short, but he's fouled. He got hit pretty hard. He went down hard outside the baseline.
The foul was called on number 45,
Tariq Atkins guilty of the infraction. He will go, and it'll send Smith to the line to shoot a pair.
is Jalen Smith.
And the first one rims out. They'll try and get 1 out of 2. Second one's good, 25-11. Grizzlies trail. Stay with us at halftime. We're anticipating, again, a visit. We've been trying to get a visit all year with Activities Director Lance Deckinger, and he promised me before the game he would come by at halftime, barring unforeseen circumstances. Rebound goes to Jones. He'll bring it down the floor. Puts it up, and it's blocked by Micah Jakes. That guy's everywhere. It'll stay with Northwest. He inbounds it, and it's stolen away by Southeast. Micah brings it down, and Lincoln Phillips got a hand on it but couldn't keep it in play. It'll stay with Southeast as they inbound it from the baseline. Johnny Murdoch, number 12, with the ball there for the moment. Micah's got it back. Number 55 is Elijah Brunt. And number 12, who just shot the ball and missed, is, well, I told you that's Johnny Murdoch. Vashawn Webb, also in the game, number 10 for the Buffaloes. If you're watching this and you're a Buffalo Southeast student, alum, parent, faculty member, or just a friend of the school, we welcome you aboard as well and hope you're enjoying the webcast of Grizzly basketball tonight and your Golden Buffaloes. There's a nice block by Brees Hall. Atkins gets it back, throws it up as a jump ball, and coming down with it is Jalen Smith. Here comes Smith with it across the timeline. Looking for help, dishes it over to Brees Hall. Hall's going to pull it back. Drives, now sends it across the way to Verbeck. Jones now. Zion Jones into the paint. Puts one up, and Micah blocks another one. Atkins with it. Scoop and good by Murdoch. Grizzlies down by 16. 3-point attempt, good. That's Lincoln Phillips for 3. 27-14. Down by 13, and we can start whittling away at this lead. Remember, it was Jones can't keep a handle on it. It was 12-0 at one point. There's a second chance effort. It misses as well. Now they're going to get a third chance, and this time Murdoch gets it. Another mistake by the Grizzlies that time. And we have a timeout on the floor. Southeast takes a full timeout. We'll take one with them. 29-14. Grizzlies trail. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Back at Southeast High, Grizzlies down 29-14. I know they wish they had those first 3 minutes over again. If you take away the first 12 points of the game, it's a 3-point game, 17-14. So that first 12 minutes is going to be a big deal to overcome throughout the rest of the evening. Grizzlies own the basketball after the timeout. Jalen Smith will do the honors. Into Brees Hall. Hall brings it up with no pressure. Across the timeline he comes, back to Smith. Jalen Smith driving into the paint. Across the way. Thompson. 12-footer is good. And here comes Southeast back with it now. Grizzlies need to make a stop or two here. That would certainly be a good thing. And a steal that time by Brees Hall. Back to Smith from Phillips. Smith tried to go in. Are they going to call a foul or a jump? We'll see what they call here. They're calling the foul. Wesley Atkins guilty of the foul. That's the 6th team foul on the Buffs, only one on the Grizzlies, so the Grizzlies will be shooting free throws the rest of the half. Hopefully they'll get an opportunity to take advantage of that. Shot misses, rebound to Southeast, up and it misses. Third chance, yes it will be, no it won't be. Phillips has it for the Grizzlies. He puts up a long three, it's wide. Rebounded there by Micah Jakes, and up comes Southeast. Murdoch with it. Murdoch drives into the paint. 8-footer is good. The lead is back to 15, 31-16. Grizzlies need to start chipping away at the lead. Smith goes up. The shot doesn't fall, but he is fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line now and shoot a pair after the foul by Micah Jakes. Coming in for Southeast, I hate it when this happens, folks. Coming in for Southeast is a player whose number is not on my program. So we have no idea who this is. And that would be number 31. They didn't give me his number. There was no school in Wichita today. The 259 schools were all closed today, as were all the Catholic schools. Today was a snow day. We had an ice storm overnight. And the roads were like, just a sheet of glass this morning. You could have played hockey on them. So they made the right call and called school off, but it warmed up during the day. And the main roads are all clear. They're all wet, although they are supposed to refreeze tonight. And there is a chance of more freezing rain tonight. But the bottom line of all this, with no school today, a lot of the pregame stuff that would have been done didn't happen.
The foul was called on number 1, Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith commits his first foul. That's the second team foul. Grizzlies down by 2 touchdowns. South with some ball movement, some player movement. Micah puts one up. Good. It's a 2-pointer. 33-17, 2:09 remaining till halftime. Have a foul called. It's on Michael J.Q. is guilty of the infraction. Jalen Smith will go to the line on a 1-and-1 opportunity. Got to have these. Just got to have them. And he missed. Mike has got the ball, brings it up. Murdoch. Boom. 3-pointer. 36-17. Southeast leads. Across the way over here on the near side, Cam Thompson with it. Blake Chadwick now. Top of the key, gives it back to Thompson. He walked with it. Couldn't decide whether to shoot it or dribble it, and did neither. Sometimes that happens. 1:29 remaining in the half. Again, stay with us. We're planning to have our good friend Lance Deckinger. Gosh, sometimes you're just born right. Another 3-pointer's good. Everything going Southeast way here in the first half, with the exception of fouls. Chadwick puts up a three. It's blocked. Murdoch gets the rebound. Here comes JQ with it. Murdoch for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Cam Thompson. He'll bring it up himself. 40 seconds to go now in the half. Grizzlies would like to get it to 20. And Smith loses the handle. Thompson gets it and scores. And there's a steal on the inbound. Smith gets it and scores. And a fast 4 points for Northwest. And then hopefully that'll be a momentum builder. Another steal. This time Phillips dishes it to Smith. 1 to go. Is it good? Yes! I'm waiting to see how many points they put up. Was that a 2 or a 3, guys? That was a 2. So we go to halftime, 39-23. Grizzlies trail at half. We'll be back with our halftime extravaganza in just a moment. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Back at Southeast High, we're at halftime. Grizzlies trail 39-23, and we're joined at halftime. You need to look this way because our executive producer's got us on camera here. Mr. Darnell does. Lance Steckinger, the activities director at Northwest, joins us. Been a long time. How you been?
Been good. You're doing a great job, guys.
Well, we've got such a good crew here.
You team doing it one-handed over here.
Well, you know, these two guys are a turnkey. I mean, I just basically leave them alone. They tell me when to talk. They tell me when to shut up. You know, I got Kylon here doing a great job on stats.
Good.
Helping us out.
They've got a whole year done it, and we're ready to go for playoffs now.
Yeah, exactly. Playoffs next week.
Right.
You excited?
Better be. We've got all our winter sports wrapping up now. We've got girls will be back here next week at Southeast on Tuesday, and then boys things hold, and hopefully we pull things off here, but it's either at Derby or back here next week.
Based on whether they win or lose.
Right. And what happens with, I think, Southeast and Derby are the other side for the boys' side.
Other side.
The girls will be coming back here on Tuesday at 7.
So, for those that don't know, the playoff system works. Everybody goes.
Everybody goes, and we have 16 teams on this side, west side of the state, 16 teams on the east side of the state, and you go seeding by record.
And higher seed gets the home game.
Higher seed hosts all the way through. So your top 4 teams, if they keep winning, they'll host everything through until you get to the state.
Well, unfortunately, we don't get a home game.
Right, but at least we may be staying around town.
Exactly. It makes your job a little bit easier.
Right. We stay around here.
You have to do a little bit less work because I know those state playoff games are extra work because you got extra bookkeeping to do. And
yeah, not too bad. Tomorrow's start state wrestling and regional bowling went today. Our boys and girls qualified for state. Boys won regionals and bowling, so good day for them.
Where were regionals held this year?
They were out in Dodge City.
Wow.
So they were traveling back and just got back this evening. But boys took first. Gabe Alvarez took first out there at the regionals.
Congratulations to them.
They won city this year, boys, and our girls qualified for state. They finished third out there. So
did they qualify as a team?
Qualified as a team.
Good for them.
Top 3 qualify out there for bowling.
Right.
Wrestling starts tomorrow. We have 6 kids in wrestling. Had some kids go to state for swimming. So we've had
state at Hartman for wrestling.
Correct. 6A and 5A wrestling are out at Hartman.
Yeah. Well, they've had it out at Hartman for a few years now.
It's gone, and our city league's involved with that. And then spring sports all start on Monday.
Isn't that amazing? You just go right from one to the other. I know Bobby Brubieska has just been champing at the bit because he's had the girls doing their conditioning for 3 weeks.
Right. At least he's smart enough not to run conditioning for 2 months or something, because some of them will stop or do what have you.
They'll get burned out.
3 weeks and you're ready to go. And
conditioning's not the most fun thing, but it is important.
Right. They get it going, and so girls will start on Monday for soccer, and got tennis and golf and baseball, softball, track.
Got a lot going on.
A bunch of it going on again. So we'll just roll one from one to another one.
Busy sports season.
Right.
For those, because I know there are some people watching from out of town who really don't know anything about Lance Steckinger. Give us a little bit of background on yourself.
Well, I'm a native Wichita. Went to Southeast High School, went to Friends University. Then after that, I ended up working in minor league baseball, National Baseball Congress for 10 years and been coaching. I coached at Capon, coached at Carroll, coached at Southeast, coached at Friends, and got to a point of thinking, well, wait a minute, my seasons were always off when I was working minor league baseball in the winter, and I didn't like all that, but I was enjoying the coaching and got back in education and taught at Capon. That's where I met you even, at Capon back then, 20 years ago. And
you taught somebody that I know very well.
Well, your son taught himself. He did a nice job. Tell you what, it's always interesting finding out how he's doing and where he's hiding out, like we were talking earlier today. It's him finally getting out of professional football, but that was a great thing for him to keep playing.
It was a great deal for he got to live the dream for 6 years, and we're happy for him.
Yeah,
now it's time for him to move on, and he's still figuring out where he's going to go and how he's going to do it. But he's ready to move on. He made that decision himself, and it's a lot easier when you make the decision rather than being cut and having somebody, make that decision for you.
Yeah.
So
he had a nice run. That was good. So we appreciate you coming out and helping us with soccer and basketball. And
my pleasure.
Keeping you busy all the time.
I love being busy, and I love watching the kids. Love working with the kids. They're great.
They're doing a nice job with everything.
They do. These two guys have been with me all year, Andrew and Greg, and I owe them a bunch because I couldn't. Basketball is the hardest sport to webcast because of all the information that has to be displayed on the screen and kept track of.
Soccer, you're pretty good. You can stay in out there.
I could do soccer by myself if I really needed to. I mean, there's not a lot of stats.
There's not many stats there. This guy scored this many goals and this assist, and we're done.
It's easy. Soccer is a lot easier than basketball. Even the only hard part about soccer is there's 22 guys on the field instead of 10.
Right.
That's
about
the only
track
difference.
of them, but
you've got more to keep track of. So
that's great.
So
appreciate it.
What's on your plan for the summer?
Well, summer I'll be around again. My daughter and son have been playing baseball and softball, and my daughter's a sophomore here at Northwest, and so she'll play softball and volleyball. She continues doing both of those, and so in the summer I'm not gone from all the school all the time. I always come up a few times during the week anyway to see what's going on. Everybody has some practices going on and different things for the summer, so I'm always up and around there, but don't have anything big planned. We'll try to take a trip somewhere, but kids are still playing sports, so still stuck around here a little bit.
I love the layout of Northwest as far as you're concerned because of where your office is located. Right outside the main gym. I mean, you couldn't be any closer.
Nope, it works out great for events. Bad part of it is during the school day, there's not a lot of things down there. Got to venture down the other side of the school where all the academic side is to find everybody, but it works out great for events. We have our small gym and main gym sitting down there, and walk outside for football and baseball, softballs all around there. So they laid it out really pretty well.
Do you teach at Northwest as well?
No, don't have to.
In fact, your job's a full-time job, I know, but
every AD except Kevin Hartley at East. They don't teach. We don't have any secretaries either, but Kevin Hartley teaches some classes and has sort of a secretary that helps him out. But we're all of us are full-time ADs.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, with the work we have going, a lot of times it's something going on every day. The nice thing is it's something different every day.
And you have long hours because when there's an event going on in the evening, such as where we are right now, you're here. You're not at home with your wife. You're here.
Get to come out and watch, but on these events, away games are even easier. You get to just come out and watch. You don't have to run around. And a lot of home games, I don't get to watch a lot of home games. I'm doing something else during that game. But away games are pretty easy.
Well, I sure appreciate all the help and support you've given me the last 3 years that I've been doing this and helping out PA and for soccer as well. And looking forward to another spring of doing both.
Good.
Set my schedule today, and Bobby Berbieska sent me the soccer schedule today. And I'm looking, what's conflicting with what, and I look down and I see that they're going to Topeka. They're going to go to do Washburn Rural on the road.
Right.
And I've already taken that day as a day of vacation.
That's even better.
The first thing I did was book it out. I'm going on that trip.
Good.
So
good. Glad you get to go on that and send it back.
The nice thing about it is I can webcast them both.
Yes.
Because I'm going to be there anyway. So we will do both games that day.
Great. So. Well, that's super. I appreciate all your help. You getting back when we were at Capon. Did a great job, and
thank you.
Appreciate it. We tracked you down and keep coming and helping us here at Northwest.
Do it as long as you'll have me.
You betcha.
Okay.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for taking the time to visit. We've been waiting for this all year.
Yep.
We just haven't been able to connect.
Can't get everything every time.
You're always
last
busy.
time you grabbed the AD at Heights. You got Wheeler.
Actually,
over
he
there
grabbed
last
me.
So I thought,
Wheeler came over and said, "You want me?" Well, sure. I guess so. You know.
So I thought, all right, I'll get him another day.
He's the host. I almost need to do that.
That's
so.
right.
Yeah.
Well, great.
Anyway,
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Glad to have you. I know you're glad to have these guys. Wish you had about 100 more just like them.
They do a great job. I don't know what you did last week when he was sick. He wasn't going anywhere. He was sick and had to go home, or had to have some homework to get done.
Yeah. And you know what? The homework's more important.
Right. He did a great job.
We talked about that.
That's done good.
It's all about learning. So,
well, great. Got a game going about ready to
Let's see if we can get a comeback here in the second half. What do you think?
Better get something scoring here quick.
Okay. We're going to take a quick timeout here before we go to the second half. So stay with us. Grizzlies trail 39-23. We'll be back. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Welcome back to Wichita Southeast, getting ready for the third quarter here. Grizzlies have a lot of work to do. I want to once again thank Activities Director Lance Steckinger for joining us at halftime for a visit. It's always a pleasure to visit with him, and he's like all the other athletic directors in Wichita. They've been so good and so helpful to all of us for what we getting us set up and everything. And I thank them all. I'm going to thank them all en masse right now. They are indeed great. Underway here in the second half. Grizzlies will be playing toward the near basket this half. Southeast with the ball at the moment and putting it up and missing, getting his own rebound. And now Atkins gets the loose ball, and he scores after Webb couldn't. Chadwick with it. Double team, gets it to Thompson. Up here to Smith. Smith for 3. Good! Jalen Smith gets his first three ball of the night, and we're back down by 15. And Smith evidently is injured. They stopped play. He is coming off. He sat right down. The trainer is going to him. We'll see what's going on. You heard Coach Chadwick mention during the pregame show about all the illness on the team this year. The flu bug has just decimated the Grizzlies the last 3 weeks. And I don't know if that is what's bothering Smith. I mean, he physically appears to be okay, but he didn't waste any time. He told the ref he had to come out. So he is going to head to the locker room. So I have a hunch that indeed he is ill at this point, but hopefully he'll get well enough to continue playing later on in the contest. This one kicked out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. 41-26, 6:49 remaining in the third quarter. They forgot to reset the fouls. Nobody has any fouls yet. They still have the first half foul numbers up. And they'll reset it as soon as they have a foul and they realize that they've got no way to add. Lincoln Phillips will inbound to Brees Hall. Chadwick for 3. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded there by Warrior. We haven't set the lineup for you. We'll do that next time we get an opportunity. Murdoch with it. Three-pointer by Jacques again. He has been unconscious all night. Verbeck to Blake Chadwick. Chadwick double teamed, and we're going to have a held ball. This is going to go to Northwest on the alternating possession, arguably the dumbest rule in all of sports. Thompson lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds. It will belong to Southeast. Grizzlies down by 18. They've been down by as many as 20. They have never led. And the good news is Jalen Smith is back on the bench, and he takes a seat next to the coaching staff. So hopefully he'll get back into the game, and there's nothing seriously wrong. You give a team 3 tries, they're going to make it every time. That was Webb that scored it. Now Brees Hall answers for the Grizzlies. Warrior with it. Gets around one man, lays it in. That was almost too easy. And the lead is back up to 20. Now we have a foul called on a reach-in. I think it's going to be on Blake Chadwick. That shows you what I know. It's on Warrior. I thought they called that on Northwest. I'm in error. Even Northwest thought it was on them for a moment. And that's the first foul of the half for either team. Scorekeeper resets the board. Chadwick dishes it off here to Verbeck. And what do we have here? They're saying he stepped on the sideline. The ball will turn over to Southeast. Jacques brings it up, dishes it off to Warrior. Warrior scoops it and scores. 4:40 left in the third, 50-28, Grizzlies trail. Verbeck for 3. Murdoch with it now for Southeast. Into Webb. Webb lost the handle. He'll turn it over. Northwest will get the possession. Junior Wilson into the game for the Grizzlies. Number 14. His first appearance in the contest. Thompson to Hall. Hall brings it across the timeline. Nice move by Brees Hall. Verbeck has it tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Northwest. We never did set the lineup, and since we made some changes, we're going to do it. On the floor for your Grizzlies. Number 1, Jalen Smith. Number 32, Braden Verbeck. Number 4, Cam Thompson. Junior Wilson, number 14. And last but not least, Brees Hall, who has the ball. Scoops, doesn't go. Rebounded by Warrior. Here comes Southeast back with it. Despite the score, the Grizzlies are playing hard. Logan Engelmeyer getting set to come in for the Grizzlies. Warrior gets the basket. And the lead is now 21. Thompson across the way. Wilson has the shot blocked on the way up. Stolen back, however, by Thompson. He can't put it in. Atkins gets the rebound, and here comes Southeast back. A couple of golden chances there. Warrior for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Cam Thompson. He'll dish it off to Smith, and here come the Grizzlies back. Approaching 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Three-pointer by Smith. Good. Jalen Smith banks it home. Some motion offense by Southeast here. Murdoch with it. He's dishing it off to Jacque. Nice pass into Murdoch, but a nicer block by Brees Hall. They get it back. Brees will bring it down. Crosses the timeline. And now we'll set up the offense for the Grizzlies. Jalen Smith with it. He puts up a three off balance, hits the heel, no good. Jacque rebounds. Here come the Buffaloes back with it. And now a foul on Verbeck. Blocking foul will be called. Second foul on the Grizzlies, here in the third quarter. Logan Engelmeyer, number 25, comes in. Thompson takes the seat. Murdoch with it for Southeast. To Atkins, into the corner is Webb. Webb hits a three, and boom, down it goes. And the lead is 21 again. Jalen Smith puts one up. It's short. Engelmeyer gets the rebound. Wilson puts it up off the glass, but it's wide left. And here comes Atkins and Southeast back. Warrior tried to get it home, missed. I believe Atkins got the basket. I'm not 100% sure of that. We'll find out during this quick timeout. Grizzlies trail 57-34. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on three factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Win. Back at Southeast, Kevin Arkin, executive producers Greg Darnell, Andrew Fisher, statistician Kylon Smith. Hoping you're having a pleasant evening wherever you are, and I hope your weather is better than ours. You may have heard me talking at halftime. I made a trip to Austin with my bride to see our son over the holiday weekend. It was 75 degrees every day in Austin while we were there, which is normal for them this time of year, and we came back to this. My only question is, what were we thinking? There's an inbound. Engelmeyer gets it in. Logan Engelmeyer gets on the score sheet. Grizzlies get the 2 points. Atkins now, around the horn it goes. Webb's going to put up a three. Off the heel, no good this time. And we have a foul called. I don't know what they're calling on that one. They called it on Atkins on the rebound play, and the ball will belong to the Grizzlies. Junior Wilson brings it up on the far side. Underneath to Verbeck. Short. Rebound by Atkins. Here comes Southeast back. 45 seconds to go now, third quarter. Warrior puts it up, doesn't go. He's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
The foul was called on number 23, Brees Hall. Shot Warrior will go to the line, shooting two.
Warrior will shoot two. First one is good. Each team with 2 team fouls here in the third quarter. Warrior makes them both. The lead is now 23 again. Warrior has 18 points. Ball goes out of play. It will stay with Northwest as it was deflected out by Jacque. Lincoln Phillips will inbound for Northwest. To Brees Hall. Brees drives the paint, puts it up, and scores. Nice move by Brees Hall to get the 2 points for the Grizzlies. Three-pointer by Jacque. Guess what? It's good. Guy is unconscious. We'll tally up his points here at the quarter break, which is 10 seconds away. Engelmeyer gets his second bucket. 2 seconds to go, and that'll do it. That one misses. We go to the fourth quarter. Grizzlies trail 62-40. We'll be back with more after this quick timeout. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Back at Wichita Southeast High School, where the Grizzlies will start the fourth quarter down 22 points, largely due to the effort of Mr. All-World tonight, number 23, Micah Jacque, who has 23 points in the contest. Southeast will get the ball to start play here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for the Grizzlies, number 3, Chadwick, number 4, Thompson, number 10, Jones, number 25, Engelmeyer, and number 20, Lincoln Phillips. And that's your starting five, or your playing five, for the fourth quarter. 3-2 zone by the Grizzlies to start the fourth. Carter gets around it, dishes one off to another player that we don't have a name of, and that's whoever's wearing number 33. Southeast takes a timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it here this time, since we just took one. We've only played 16 seconds here in the fourth quarter. We'll tell you that our next webcast, in all likelihood, will be Wednesday night from Derby. Game time has not yet been set, as the pairings are still being done. We will be on the air 15 minutes before tip-off. It's boys only in the playoffs. The girls will actually play their playoff game here next Tuesday. On the far side, there's a long three, good, by the mystery guest. I couldn't catch his name from the PA announcer, but it's still 3 points nonetheless. Thompson with it now for the Grizzlies. The lead is 25. Jones with it. Dishes it off. Chadwick for three. Good! Blake Chadwick gets three. That's his first bucket of the night. Good for him. Carter has it. He's going to put up a three of his own. It's short. Rebounded by Chadwick. Blake will bring it down. Looking for help. Decides to put it up instead. Doesn't go. Rebound to Southeast. Here come the Buffs back. Carter with it. Dishes it underneath. Now back to Carter. There's a three-pointer launch. No good. Southeast has 4 players in the game who are not on my program. So if you're a Southeast viewer and you wonder why I'm not calling your kid's name, it's because I don't have it. They didn't give it to me. Thompson brings it across for the Grizzlies. They're calling a jump ball here, and that will belong to Southeast on the alternating possession. Engelmeyer comes out. Brees Hall comes in. So we have Chadwick, Thompson, Jones, Hall, and Phillips in the game for the Grizzlies. Chadwick for three. Off the front, no good. Rebounded by Southeast. Carter brings it down. His ball goes up, but he's fouled. The ball doesn't drop. He is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Brees Hall, second personal. And checking my list, I think that's the only player on our team who has two, and I think I'm right. Two fouls is what I meant. Yeah, just two fouls. Confirming that with our statistician, Kylon Smith. Carter puts it up. It's good. 69-43. Phillips misses the lay-in. Carter brings it down. Nice move by Carter. And his drops and doesn't go. Brees Hall gets the rebound. Here come the Grizzlies back. Got to say it, the Grizzlies are playing hard, folks. Down by 26. Phillips, short. Rebounded there by Southeast. Buffs bring it down. On the far side, there's a three-pointer. That's good. I wish I knew who that was, but it's good. Now we have a foul called. Let's see what they call here. Foul is on Southeast. Grizzlies will maintain possession. Brees Hall thought about a three. Goes instead. Now it's turned over. Here comes Southeast back. Ball goes up. Misses. Rebound by the Buffs. They bring it back out. Carter has it. Carter drives. Scores. And folks, it's a mercy rule game again. Our second mercy rule game in the last three, and that's not the way we wanted the season to end. And just for those who are unfamiliar with the mercy rule, if you're watching this event for the first time, if either team gets a lead of 30 points or more after halftime, the clock does not stop. Zion Jones makes one. And we're clearing the bench here as more changes for the Grizzlies come in. Aiden Aldaffer, number 45, just came in. Junior Wilson is back in for the Grizzlies. 3:45 to go and counting. This one's academic. It's just a matter of what will the final score be. Nice drive into the paint. Misses the lay-in. Southeast with the rebound, a blocked on the shot, but a foul called. And it's going to be on Aiden Aldaffer, who just came in, picks up his first foul. And it will send Wesley Atkins to the line to shoot a pair. First one is good. Now more changes for the Grizzlies. Todrick McGee, number 35, in. What is that? I don't know who that is. Dalen, is it Faulkner? What's Dalen's last name? Faulkner? Okay, I don't know that player, but he's in the game wearing number 2 for the Grizzlies, and my apologies for not knowing who he is. First time I've seen him play this year. Blake Chadwick with the ball now. 2:25 to go. Faulkner gets it. Gives it back to Chadwick. Blake looking for some help. Gets it from Aldoffer. Now Chadwick puts up a three. It's short. Nice rebound by Faulkner right to Aldoffer. Are they going to count the basket? That's the question. The answer is yes. Count the basket. Aiden Aldoffer will go to the line and shoot one and try and get a three-point play the hard way. And he gets it. 76-48. Southeast. Roan Smith brings it up the timeline. He has it again now. Number 14. Over on the far side is one of the unknown players. There's four guys on the floor again who are not on my roster for Southeast. Check the website on Wednesday. Well, you can check it before Wednesday. That one's going to count. It will. Aldoffer gets another one. He'll go for another three-point play. We expect to be playing on Wednesday night. We don't know where or who, but in all likelihood will be at Derby. And I expect we will be on the air at 6:45 because I'm guessing a 7 o'clock start. And we'll be on with the Countdown to Tip-Off program, including an interview with head coach Brian Chadwick, who I hope is feeling better, along with the rest of the boys. Yeah, he missed that one. 20 seconds to go now. Look at that. Those boys are playing hard. Forget the score. They're playing hard. Good hustle out there by Junior Wilson. And that'll do it. They're not even going to inbound it. The final gun sounds. We'll take a last timeout, come back, wrap this thing up, and wish you all good night. So stay with us. We'll be right back. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Back at Southeast High, where the Grizzlies fall tonight, 76-48. They will end their season 5-15 in the regular season. Most of their 5 wins coming in the early part of the season. They will take a long losing streak with them into the playoffs, which for the boys will begin Wednesday night, we believe, in Derby against the Panthers. The girls, the Grizzly girls, will start their playoff run on Tuesday night right here in this building. They will take on the Southeast Buffs one more time on Tuesday night. Just to give you we'll give you the quick scoring summary. Kylon Smith is still adding up the numbers here, but we'll give you ours first because he's done with us. Jalen Smith, 14 points. Chadwick with 3. Zion Jones with a pair. 10 points for Brees Hall. 11 points for... That's 4 points, right? That's 4. 4 points for Logan Engelmeyer. Braden Verbeck with a 3. Aiden Aldoffer with 3 points for the Grizzlies. The big gun for Southeast was Micah Jaque with 21. Also, I'm just going to run them down the line here. 6 points for Carter, 2 points for Adkins, 7 points for Webb, 12 points for Johnny Murdoch, 10 points for Sean Warrior. Jaque, we already told you, had 21. 4 points for Atkins. And the other points were split between the players that we did not have the names on our roster, so I can't tell you who they are anyway. Want to thank all of you for watching. We've had people watch from all over the country because I get the emails, and I appreciate them very much. We couldn't do it without our wonderful crew, notably Andrew Fisher and Greg Darnell. Those guys are awesome, and they will be there on Wednesday night to do it one more time with us. So please join us on Wednesday night. For Andrew and for Greg and for Kylon Smith, our statistician, we sure appreciate his help. I'm Kevin Arkin. Thanks again for watching. Once again, Grizzlies fall 76-48. You folks have a good weekend. We'll see you next Wednesday night from wherever. Good night.